Well, well, well. Guess who's back? Yeah, I'm finally back with a video. As you can see, I was watching some Netflix. I Met Your Mother. Yeah, guys, I'm finally back with a video. And, I just really been putting it off, and I really have. I know I say that a lot, but sorry, I'm just lazy. And stuff get in the way too, like work. I'm working a lot, but sometimes I don't work as many hours. I actually don't think I've been working that many Saturdays for a long time. I worked a Saturday last week, but then this week I didn't even work Friday or Saturday, so I decided now to record the video even though it's Saturday night. Yeah, guys, and I started going to therapy because of OCD. I don't know how long I've been going. It's probably been a month, but I've been to a few appointments. I think I had another video since I've been going, but I didn't mention it in that last video. But anyway, I'm going to be showing you some finds. But I also want to catch up with you guys. I literally have a lot of stuff to show, but it won't be in this video. Today I actually decided to go to another record store I haven't been to before, because I always go to my 3 record stores, so I decided to search another one. It was literally a bitch to get there and kind of a bitch to get back, but I hope to go there sometime again. There was a lot of great shit there. I was so happy. I spend well in the triple digits for these records. Yeah, and I passed up a bunch of great stuff too. I just kind of got stuff I really wanted. But there was other stuff I could have got, but I just decided to just pass on it. So I'll just show you the stuff I got from my new record store. But stay tuned. I don't know when these videos are going to be put up or recorded. I still have a part 2. If you saw my last video, it's a part 1 of lots of great grails. I still have to show you a lot of them. So I'm going to put that part 2 when I record it. I also have record store day stuff, and then I also have some other finds. I don't know how to categorize those. Maybe I was thinking of putting my other stuff with the part 2 video, or just do another whole video so it's not as long, but whatever, we'll see what happens there. But today in this video, I just want to give a fresh start, telling you what's been going on, and just show you stuff that I got today at this newer-ish record store. Well, I don't know how old it is, but it's new to me because I've never been there before. Hope they're all here. It's really cool stuff. There was really some stuff I could have afforded, but I decided to just not even bother with it. I just got these. So I hope they're all here, so just get to it. Alright, right here, the first record I got is actually a brand new. It was brand new, but I opened it already. It was actually a reissue of an album from like 2013. But the album's by the Ramones. It's actually called Acid Eaters, which everyone knows the Ramones for their 70s work. This record actually came out in the 90s originally. And this issue is on really cool green vinyl. And it was 26 bucks. It's a really cool record to have. It has lots of 60s recordings on here. Like, it literally has just a handful of ones I love, like Journey to Center of Mind by the Amboy Dukes, When I Was Young by the Animals, Some Might Have Love by Jefferson Airplane, Substitute by The Who, some other ones you can see. If you read that, they actually do pretty cool covers. It's really cool record to have. Okay, next record I got. I kind of got this because it was cheap. It was only $5, and it was 10 years after Undead. I actually have their first record. Yeah, I decided to get this because it was $5. I mean, I've seen this record a bunch of times before, but hey, for $5, I decided to get it for the collection. I think it's a live album, but I'm not sure. That's cool. And over here, this one was awesome to get for $10. I got another copy of Vanilla Fudge, The Beat Goes On. This is actually a mono pressing. I have a stereo and mono now. So that's really cool. I think this album's really interesting, and I love the artwork on here. Really 60s, psychedelic 60s-ish. The gatefold doesn't even feel like it's been open all the way. I'll show you the Atco label. I think it's an original. I don't know how many times it was pressed on mono in general anyway. Okay, next one was really cool. One of the first stuff I saw in the store is a really cool record here. Big Brother and the Holding Company, the first album. Of course, because of Janis Joplin. I got this for 16 bucks. I don't really have a lot of Janis Joplin stuff. So I decided to get this. I've been really wanting to get this. It actually looks pretty good condition. Okay, look at this. I don't know if I overpaid this, but I don't really care. For like $28, I got Shades of Deep Purple. A UK pressing. This is Deep Purple's first record. But it's not an original. It's like a 70s print, I think. It even has a EMI inner sleeve here. And I actually really like this label, the Parlophone box label. You can see, and it's a UK pressing. Okay, look at this gem I got. Once again, I don't know if I overpaid it, but you guys can let me know. But sometimes I don't really care if I'm just really happy to have the record. For $25, I found this record. The first time I actually heard of the record, I thought it was really interesting. And now I finally got a copy out of the blue at this record store. It's actually a record that features Bo Diddley and Chuck Berry on it. It's called Two Great Guitars. It's like a collaboration type thing. You could see that 2 songs are on each side. The last songs on each side are just one long song, like 10 minutes and 14 minutes. I think it's like a jam with the two. And then the first song on each side is kind of just like a standard by each artist. This is from '64, I think. I've been questioning if it's an original, but nonetheless, it's really cool to have. The cover actually looks pretty good condition, you can see. I find this really interesting. Okay, the next record, I finally got this. I've been wanting to get a US copy of this. I got this for 18 bucks at the Rolling Stones 12 by 5, finally. Another funny thing about this record store, I literally saw like the majority of the Rolling Stones 60s albums there in one sitting. But it took me years to get all the US Rolling Stones albums. And I finally have them all now, but I go to this record store and now I see them. So, yeah, this one, it's really cool. I don't think it's an original, unfortunately. But I'm not too worried about it. I'm just glad to have it as a completist. But the record actually looks pretty good condition. This record could be from like the late 60s or early 70s. But really good to have. Okay, these are like really awesome stuff I got here. For like 30 bucks, I got this Rolling Stones record. I think it's from France. It's volume 14, Painted Black. It's actually a really cool photo. Kind of reminds me of like the UK pressing of Big Hits, High Tides, and Green Grass. You can see the back cover is like the US one, and it has the Decca logo. Another weird thing I noticed with the photo, you can see Brian Jones, it looks like he has a cast on his arm. But yeah, I thought this was really cool. I was only disappointed because I realized this record is from the 70s. If I knew that beforehand, I probably wouldn't have jumped on it as fast as I did. But I guess it's not bad. Right here it actually has an inner sleeve inside. I just put it there. You can see the gatefold here. Here's the songs. And I noticed here you can see it shows all the volumes right there. And he even mentions all later ones. This one's kind of like a volume thing from like the 70s. But I thought it was cool because of the label as well. Look at that. It almost looks like it's a 60s record from that label. And it's from France. So that's really cool. Really cool set list. It has lots of the early mid-60s standards like Painted Black, Have You Seen Your Mother, Baby, Can't Get No Satisfaction, Get Off My Cloud, Time Is On My Side. It also has like Come On, which I think is one of their, probably their first recording, just from like 63. So, really cool. Here we go. Last three are Beatles. I swear, their Beatles section was not that big, but it was honestly one of the best I've seen. Like, they didn't have all like just multiples of the same usual US copies that we see. They actually had a lot of great stuff in there. One thing I did pass up, which I'm still kind of debating if I would have got it. It was actually a Red album, Still in the Shrink, with the sticker on the back, like the red sticker. I didn't know if I really wanted it that bad because it was just a standard black copy, but it was Still in the Shrink, and I just left it there. They also had a UK pressing of the Red album, I think, but I think it was some later issue of it because it had a barcode. Could have been from the 90s, I'm assuming, from how it looked. But it was a UK pressing. I left that. And they also had like a Love Me Do 12-inch single, which I didn't really look at it at all. And then I saw some other things in there, which were pretty cool. And a bunch of other stuff on the wall that are just really crazy. They're kind of a little overpriced. Well, they had a Mobile Fidelity Magical Mystery Tour, so I wouldn't really expect that to be cheap. But they also had a Japanese Country Flag Series record there, which, you know me, I've been getting a lot of those online. If you saw my last video, they actually had one that I already had. They had Beatles 6, but it didn't even have, I think, the insert or the Obi. Is for $40. I literally almost got it because it was just because I saw it in person, but I'm kind of relieved I didn't get it because really it was $40. It didn't even have the Obi or insert. I don't recall seeing the insert. But anyway, here's the Beatles stuff I got. This was, I think, the first record I actually grabbed at the store. It was $20. Collection of Beatles oldies. This is a UK pressing, but it's actually a 70s print. Once again, I don't know if I overpaid it. The cover's a little teared, but you know what? It's just, I can't help it. I honestly, for how big my Beatles collection is, I do not have a lot of UK pressings, to be honest. I don't think I have any original UK Beatles pressings. Maybe Let It Be or Abbey Road, but I don't have any other originals. But this is just the box label, which I honestly like the label. And I think this is my second copy of this record, because the only one I have, I think, is a Japanese pressing. So I'm glad to have another copy of this, and it's a different version. And it's a pretty cool compilation that came out in the UK. Everyone knows it. So, okay, these last two, like how I define how I think this store is great. Like, they literally have these, just the first time I go, they have these records. I can't believe it. Show you the first one I saw. This was actually in the Beatles section. It was $40, but it looks brand new, honestly. It's a Beatles for Sale Japanese mono copy. You can see the Obi strip. I think this is from like 2003. But if you look online, these go for basically $30-40 or even more, depending on what the record is. But honestly, you can't really go wrong with most Japanese Beatles pressings. So I thought that was really cool. The gatefold looks like it hasn't even been opened all the way. I'm trying to be careful with it, but it has really thick cardboard too. I think this is my third Beatles for Sale now, which I'm happy about that. Because I have the stereo remaster, the mono remaster. Now I got this one. I still have yet to get this one on the country flag series. But you see, it doesn't look like it was really touched. Here's the label. I was kind of questioning why it was that label. I was expecting an Apple one, but yeah, this was amazing. I mean, there's some like marks. I think that could just be from the pressing. But this is not old. It's from, once again, like 2003. So it's like 12 and a half years old. Well, I think it came out in late 2003. So it's like 12 years old. But still, it's really cool to have. And if they even came out now, reissues kind of go for like 30 bucks, 20, 30 bucks. So this was 40 and it's a Japanese one. So it's not bad. Here's the insert. Has this insert here. It even mentions like the Beatles one and Let It Be Naked and the newer Yellow Submarine soundtrack. So you can see it's not an old thing, but I'm just glad to have it because it's just something different. I remember Sun Dodger 1, he showed these two on his Beatles collection. He's like, yeah, they have these newer series that came out. So I thought that was interesting to get this. I'm just glad they had this right in the Beatles section. Like, it was just right there when I was flipping along. I can't believe it. I never see stuff like this at any other record store. So I'm just really thrilled about that. Awesome. Okay, my last find. I actually got this on the wall. I literally kept glancing at it. I didn't even notice at first because I wasn't looking at the wall. It has like the records, and you can see the wall. But I wasn't looking at the wall first. And then right now I look at the wall, I noticed it like right there. And I just kept glancing. I kept going back and forth, and I just didn't feel right not grabbing it. And then I felt like really happy when I eventually took it off the wall. But it was $40 once again. But I'm not trying to get all belled up. It's actually from the same series, but it's Magical Mystery Tour. So yeah, there's a Japanese flag. Yeah, I think it's the same series. It's a stereo copy. In that particular series, I think only Revolver. I think Revolver was the last one they did in mono, and then the rest were stereo for this series. So I think this is still from 2003. Once again, this literally looks brand new. I'm just happy to get any Japanese pressings, to be honest. I love collecting the Beatles. You never get enough of their stuff. And I've been collecting them for almost 6 years. Like, I got my first Beatles record in late 2010. I can't believe it's been that long already. It's again in the same label as Beatles for Sale. I was questioning what series this was from, but I think it's the same one. Because when I noticed the flag, I first thought it could be like from the 70s or late 60s, but this was amazing. Even though like these two Beatles albums I showed you, Magical Mystery Tour and Beatles for Sale, they're not really my favorites or ones that I'm going to play a lot. But since I got these pressings, I'm probably going to start playing the album more on this. Just amazing. And then here again as the insert. I don't know if these are all the inserts. But it's really cool. And there's also, of course, the booklet we all know and love. It's really cool. It actually doesn't look like it was open that much. To show you a picture. So yeah, guys, that's I got at this record store, and I'll tell you, they had a lot of great stuff there. They even had one of the John Lennon albums that are like the unfinished recordings. I think like Life of the Lions or something like that. But I think it was like $40. I didn't really want to pay that much. But there was also George Harrison Wonderwall album. It was for like $40. I was gonna pick that up, but I wasn't sure if the label was an original. Some people say that the Zapple label, but it wasn't on Zapple, so I don't know what pressing it was, or if the Zapple is just a UK thing. I don't know, but it was a US pressing on Apple, so I don't know if that was an original. So that's why I didn't bother picking it up. But I definitely would have if I knew if it wasn't original. Because $40, I just don't want to throw it on an album if I'm not sure about the pressing. So, they also had other, like, cool stuff. Like, they had the Animals, Every One of Us. Like, we all seen that record. And it was actually in the shrink wrap on the wall, but I think it was like 30 or $40 as well. But in the shrink wrap, that's unusual. Yeah, they also had in the Who section. I actually had these records already, like Canadian pressings, but they had like the double series that came out in like the 70s, where it has a quick one and the Who Sellout in one pack, and then it has My Generation and Magic Bus in one pack. But I just left them there. There was one Who compilation which I've been wanting to get, but I didn't get it this time. I actually saw it there too the first time going to the store. I see it there, but I don't know why. I didn't want to get it because I saw all this other great stuff. It actually called like the Story of the Who. It's just once again one of those compilations that came out in like Germany and all that. They usually have the same songs from like the mid-60s era of the Who, mid-late 60s. But this one actually is more expanded. It had some of their 70s hits on there, like Won't Get Fooled Again, which almost tempted me to buy it, which is why I've been wanting to buy it. But I don't know, I didn't want to get it this time, but maybe I'll get it in the future. They also had a dollar section, which I didn't look. So, but yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I try to get all these videos up because I really have a lot to show you. But I just wanted to show you what I got today. So I've been busy and just busy with life and other things. So anyway, thanks for watching.